make a run together, I'll be by your side before we collide. And if the sky falls down on you, just beat it up before we collide. Let's make it last forever, I'm ready to fly before we collide. And when the sun don't shine on you, just heat it up before we collide. Let's make a run together, I'll be by your side before we collide. And if the sky falls down
Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome to 2022. That is right. New life and new, around the sun. And we will do some really cool stuff today. Definitely. And of course, the whole year. Again, we're definitely going to talk about the Happy New Year stuff because I, of course, have some content that we want to talk to you about this particular year. So let's talk about that first. So, other side. I have to get used to that new side. Okay, so content stuff today is, of course, Happy New Year. Great of you guys to be here. Really appreciate that you take the time on your Saturday evening or afternoon or morning, depending on where you are in the world. Again, Happy New Year. I hope that you have a fantastic, healthy New Year. So even though we all will most likely get COVID these days, but let's try to, be as healthy as possible. And of course, also a lot of luck, a lot of success, and just a fantastic 2022. I think that we all deserve that, right? That is what I wanted to start with today. I also want to, of course, have a quick check-in like I do all the time. So that is what we're going to do right now. And let's see what we have here. We have MT that, of course, starts with a lot of fireworks. Thank you so much for being again here. And of course, Happy New Year to you as well. Rudy says that also to you guys. Really appreciate that. Let me see. Next to MT, MT says, I thought I will start the chat with a little firework to welcome the new year with all of you. That is so cool of you. Thank you so much. Gerard is also in the house. Happy New Year from Stuttgart in Germany. Welcome, welcome. And of course, also Quick Tech Solutions from 2022. A happy 2022. Jason is also in the house. Really appreciate you for taking your time on the Saturday. Excellent. All the way from Canada. And I see a lot of people, a lot of laughing matters here as well. I believe that my dad will come in later today. I have mentioned it to him, but he is at the moment 100% dedicated working on some music, and I hope that he will also bring me some music. I hope that for a fact, but we'll see what that will bring. Going back to the content, there you go again. The check-ins we did just now. Happy New Year again. But I want to talk to you a little bit before I really go into what you can expect in this year at 2022. I want to talk a little bit about what I did during the holidays. And I also want to invite you to write down in the comments what you have been up to the last 3 weeks. Can you imagine? We have not been together for 3 weeks in a row, and that is quite a long time. So I just wanted to make sure that you did have a fantastic few weeks, the last couple of weeks. So what did I do? Well, honestly, 2021 was really a tough year for me, at least especially the last 2 months. I did a lot of additional work at my day-to-day job, which is a high-tech firm here in the south of the Netherlands, and it's typically all the time. So I was ready for it, to be honest. I knew that the last 2 months of the year would be very, very crowded, and a lot of things would go on. But still, at the very end of the year, at the 17th of December, I was like totally 100% fried. I'm so immensely happy that I took it upon myself earlier on to say, okay, guys, I'm not going to do those 3 weeks because of that. And I was rightly so. It was really something that I really needed to do. So what did I do? Well, I started with just some Lego. I already talked to you about that during the last video 3 weeks ago, where I said that is something that I really like to do during my pastime in, let's say, the winter months. So from October until March-ish, that period I typically do a lot of Lego. Now this time around during the Christmas period, I did not really do bigger sets, but just 3 smaller sets. I mean that the biggest one was about 1,000 pieces, and the smallest one was about 500 pieces or something. So 3 of those, and really loved it. But there was something more important to talk about, and that is that you might recall me showing off my Millennium Falcon last video, and I also mentioned something. Yeah, it's a little bit of a mess here, and blah blah blah. That was the case. Basically, what happened was that because of all of the these gigs that I had in the last couple of months from October onwards, I just put everything in my living room, and I just didn't want to talk about it. I just didn't want to even look at it. So that meant that there was like boxes everywhere, boxes galore, like plastic boxes with cables, like hardware that's lying around. It was a mess. So I took it upon myself to clean the house, and that's exactly what I did. And I think that is it perfect? No, not definitely not. But I think that I've cleaned up like 70%. So that's quite a lot. And at least when you walk into my living room, it looks like a living room. There's not a big idea of having a lot of gear flying around. Sure, there are some boxes still, maybe 2 or 3, but hey, 2 or 3, that's not a lot, right? So that was something that I did. And the way that I did it was that I actually decided to look into my storage unit, which I have not in my condo apartment building, but in a separate apartment building very close to where I live. It's basically the building beside us, so it's not like it's very, very, very far away. But there I have a storage unit where I can put my bicycle and that kind of stuff. It's very typical Dutch. So that is what we did. What I've done there. The only thing is that I had everything on the ground, or at least there was not a system there, which meant that it was like a pile of junk on top of each other, and I really needed to figure out where to look, and it's a lot of mess right there. So what I did was I took it upon myself and said, hey, wait a sec, I have these really cool chrome storage units. Maybe I should buy a few of those more. So I actually bought exactly this one right here that I have beside me, and actually I have 2 of them in the studio. I actually bought 2 of them more for in my storage unit. That meant that I was almost ready. I actually had one more which had to be half the width of this one to make it perfect. So that is exactly what I did. I created I would say I'm very honest about this. I think that the current storage unit, how it looks like now, is really, really beautiful. And I want to actually show it to you what it looks like. So here goes a very quick video to show you how cool the current setup is. Let me get that ready for you. And there you go. There it is. So this is what it looks like right now. As you can see, two of these side by side. My Lego hobby is still important to me. So you see also some Lego sets there. Star Wars, one of my biggest themes. And on the right hand side, cables galore. Cables, and a lot of cables. And oh, that's my folding the bike. A lot of cables, some gear, that kind of stuff, some food. I also need some food. And as you can see, a plethora of containers that I have there as well. So let me show that to you one more time just for the sake of it. Here you go, one more time. So at the back, Lego sets, and in the center we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes with audio cables, HDMI cables, SDI cables, cables galore, longer cables, headsets, intercom sets, and that is roughly what I have there. So that took quite a lot of time to get into there, but I'm so happy because not only did it mean that my living room was cleaned up for like 70%, my bedroom was cleaned up for like 15%, my studio was cleaned up for like 10%. So you can imagine that it all cascaded down, and that means that I have a better starting point of the year. So that is the first thing that I did throughout my holidays. But there's something else. I don't know if I don't recall if I said it to you guys, but you know Kermit, right? You know my cat Kermit. He is doing great. He's great. He's about 11 years old now, and I love that cat so much. He's also popping up during the countdown, of course, but I think that I have to maybe change the countdown very soon, because Kermit will not be the only cat anymore. Yes, that's right. At the end of February, early March, I will welcome a new cat in our life. It's a him, like Kermit is. So two guys, but he is a very young cat. And as a matter of fact, I don't know exactly who it's going to be, but I do know what his name is. Well, Kermit is, of course, related to Kermit the Frog from the Muppet Show. So I thought, hey, I want to be a little bit in the same theme as the Muppet Show. So I would like to have a cat whose name is Scooter. Yes, that's right. Kermit and Scooter. Those are the two cats that I will have. And this is what they will look like. So one of these with the green marker is going to be Scooter. And they are really beautiful cats. Look at that. Look at those eyes. Look at how they are looking around and enjoying life, their new life. They were born on the 8th of December, and again they will come back, and I hope to see them as early as March. So we still have some cool time to check out some new crabbing poles, etc. This is a cool guy. He's really interested in the outside world. So yeah, that's right. Scooter is coming to this to a studio near you, and of course when he's coming in, I will definitely show you around, and I'm really looking forward to that. All right, so those are my holidays, and I'm gonna talk about the survey that I did last week. But before I do that, I want to check if there are some comments from the chat. So let's do that first. MT says, how many Lego builds have you got? Have you done? 3, 2 smaller ones and 1 bigger one, and they're all cool. Again, I really want to do bigger ones. I actually have a backlog that is quite impressive, so I can make a big Lego set every month if I would like to. But for now, I'll just keep on buying Lego and taking some time. So for me, Lego is three parts. The providing, the getting of the Lego, the collecting of the Lego, then it's the building of the Lego, and then it's the displaying. Now the display is of course a problem because I don't have a lot of space, but the collecting is now possible because I do have my own my own dedicated area for that nowadays. But yeah, that it's also getting full quite fast, I have to admit. But I still think that I have about a year worth of Lego sets before it's really getting into a problem. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there. MT says, I really understand that. Same here. I presume that you're talking about the gear and the garbage and the trash all over the place. I can imagine that totally. Really says, I cycled 540 kilometers indoors during Christmas, New Year, and 200-kilometer rides and a 160-kilometer one as well. Holy moly, really, you're doing a great job. I'm applauding you for your efforts there. Oh, I did start walking again. So indeed, myself also, as you might have noticed, I am losing some weight. Of course, not during Christmas and New Year's. That was a little bit like roughly the same. But now I'm starting to lose weight again. And I'm hoping to reach my end goal by April timeframe. So that would be great, just in time of the summer, so that I can really just, walk around without feeling guilty that I am a little bit too fat. That's it. Jason says, you've cleared 70% more than I have in the past few weeks. Nice, Jason. But I'm sure that you will do that as well. Quick Text says, took the time off from work and YouTube to get moved into a new house. Congratulations. And the setup of a new studio. Congratulations again. I will definitely have to look into your setup as soon as I can. I will definitely check tomorrow to see how you're doing. And Raoul, welcome to the club. Welcome to the club of course, the producer guild, as we call it here. Indeed, like MT says, great to see you. And that is definitely the case. Do I have everything now? Let me see. I think so. Yeah, got everybody. Cool. Let's move on to the next part. So yeah, indeed, the survey. So every time that you start a new year, you try to figure out what to do, what is best for you. And I thought it would be cool to look around and say, what am I going to do? And the reason that I did that was that I actually came to notice that 2021 was a fantastic year. Let me show you some stats. So the first stat is that I welcomed 1,200 new subscribers. At the start of the year, I was really already happy with 250 subscribers, just to give you a bit of an idea how impressive that is. So 1,200 subscribers, yeah, and a little bit. That is what 2021 brought me, and of course us as a community, which is great. I made 55 videos in that year, of which only 18 of those were short form videos, which is not a lot, come to think of it. And 37 live shows, which is quite okay-ish. I thought it would be more, but it seemed to be 37. All right, I might have skipped one or two, but it was an impressive year, and I'm really happy with these statistics. However, if you also look at other statistics, which I didn't write down, to be honest, I forgot about that, was that if you look at the amount of views that you have and the amount of retention that you have, definitely short videos are the way to go. I mean, there are way more people that are interested in short form videos than live videos. So logic dictates that I needed to do something more with the short videos. However, I love you guys. I love being part of this community. I love to see you as much as I can, because I really enjoy these interactions with you guys. So I also wanted to do some live streams as much as I could. So, but I didn't know what to do, and that's the reason why I literally asked our community over on YouTube what they thought, and this is what they came up with. So, as you can see, prioritized live streams has 8%, prioritized short form videos 16%. Both of them are kind of okay, but where it really shines is the mix and match area. 76% of only 25 votes would love to see me doing a mix and match. Well, with mix and match, I really mean that I will do both. So both live streams and short form videos. However, the balance needs to be different because the short form videos were not enough. So yes, of course, I could do a live show and a short form video every week. However, due to some changes at my day-to-day job, I think that I cannot really do that. I don't have the time for that. I really would like to. However, I do still have a day-to-day job. I get paid for that. I really like that job as well. So I need to, it's a bit of a give and choose. I'm coming from very far away if it comes from for editing. What I mean by that is that if you would ask me 2 years ago, do you want to edit? I would say full-heartedly, no way in beep. Why? Oh, wait, I have a really beep. No way in. There you go. I really hated that. And there's everything to do with the past. With the new DaVinci Resolve set and my new speed editor, I'm starting to like it again. However, it does take more time. For comparison, a typical live stream costs me about 2.5-3 hours to do in total. A video of 15 minutes takes me about 5 to 6 hours. It's just because it's different. And I don't know why, it just takes more time for me. And that is also fine with me because I have to get used to it. I have to get into a certain role, a certain mindset with that. So that is the reason why I'm taking a step back if it comes to the amount of videos that I produce. But you will get content every single week. So that is the promise there. I try to do it every week. Of course, there will be maybe a few during the year that I cannot do it because of being ill, but the December month, definitely I will not have any content, unfortunately. But throughout the year, typically you will have every single week a piece of content. The way that I'm going to do it now is that I'm going to do it like a TikTok mechanism. Like 1 week we're going to do live. The next week it's going to be pre-recorded as a premiere, so that so it will be going live at 7 p.m. on Saturday. The week after it's going to be live again, and then it's a premiere again, etc., etc., etc. So, of course, that means that there will be far less live streams, but far more short form videos. But before you say, but Petra, aren't you going to do more? Of course I will. The only thing is that I want to take that step back first to get into the groove again. Once I'm in the groove, and I'm expecting that will happen roughly in April, May time frame, then from there on I will try to add something. But I don't know at the moment what that will be. So that is the plan. Every single week you have content, live or premiere. I hope that you like that. I hope that you agree that this is a good middling between the systems, but I think that this is the best I could do at this moment. So that also means that next week there will not be a live stream, but it will be in premiere. And I have a fantastic premiere for you coming up, because I also have a lot of content coming up for you. I have been using this 3 weeks, I was not online. I didn't create videos. However, I did plan a lot. I have a whopping 35 topics ready in my head to go. I actually had it on my notepad. I'm going to show it to you, and I really hope that you cannot read it, because that would be a little bit of a bummer. But let me just say, okay. There you go. That's all you can see, and I can go on like forever for it to load. So there's a lot of topics to lined up for you guys. What kind of topics will there be for you? Well, there we go again. ATEM. Duh. Obviously, ATEM is of course important for us. And that's also the reason why the ATEM will come back. We'll probably talk about maybe new ATEMs that will be coming out this year. I will be creating a video with my expectation of what will come out this year if it comes to the ATEM setup. That will be there for sure. But I also might want to consider purchasing another ATEM. Again, seriously, I'm going to go crazy. I know. But I do want to say that I am very happy with my ATEM Mini Extreme ISO. So it really has to be giving me a better solution than that one is. And that one is nearly perfect. Actually, the only thing that I really hate about the ATEM Mini Extreme ISO is that the stinger button is still not working, which is stupid. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, of course, it's HDMI based, and I'd rather have it SDI based. But those are the two things that are really important to me. However, I will be talking about what kind of ATEM models I would be interested in to purchase. I am not talking about the 8K Constellation, because these are totally out of my league. I'm not going to pay that. No way in hell. But I would really, I would really like to have a rack mountable unit. Actually, I'm already providing you the inside of that video at the moment. Next to that, I was already talking about the mobile setup. So a rack mount would be great. That's because I want to build a new mobile rack. I already have an older one. It's doing a great job and definitely want to use that still. However, it is quite heavy, and I wanted to have something that I can actually wheel along. So I want to have something with wheels, and I purchased a 8U trolley. It takes about 12 weeks to get here, so awkward, but okay, it will take some time, and I will be definitely having multiple videos on the creation of that mobile rack, because there's a lot that goes into it. How are we going to divide the components between those two mobile racks? What is a logical sequence? How do you do power? How do you do internet? How do you do just really the planning of that mobile rack? I will walk you through step by step of the process of how I did it to, give you some insights. Then ProPresenter. Of course, I do not use ProPresenter for Tech Condo, nor do I have a wish for using it for Tech Condo, but I do want to use ProPresenter for events on location, especially if those events have also local monitors or TVs, because that is where ProPresenter really shines. On top of that, and the reason for that is really delay. If I use vMix, I can actually see the delay that I have. If I do this on the screen, it's literally like this. It takes like a quarter of a second, maybe a half a second to really finish that up.
What do you want to say?
I don't want to say anything to you, but that's okay. Anyway, so ProPresenter is definitely something that I want to talk about during these shows, because I think that it might be very interesting for you. Then, of course, what I did also last year, gig reports. What I mean by that is that if I go to a gig and perform some activities, there are some learnings, and I want to provide value to you by showing you what I've learned and what went wrong, what could have been better, what did I change this time around, that kind of stuff. That will be there as well. Last but not least, of course, gear reviews will come back as well. So I will, of course, talk about a lot of different gear. Now, talking about gear, I have a backlog. I'm in luck that I have a backlog of a lot of gear that I didn't really talk about last year and the year before. So that means that I can actually talk about those things this year, and I will definitely do that. And the cool part of that is that I then have a better mix between purchasing new gear and not purchasing gear, because last year was really expensive. And yes, you guys are really awesome by giving me super chats, etc. They're really cool. I will get my first paycheck of YouTube in about a week or so. 125 euros. Woo, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. So really appreciate you for giving me the super chats and also looking into the videos. It is really helping the channel. So if you know somebody who is really interested in this kind of stuff, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel, or maybe ask somebody else to subscribe as well. It is really helping out. So these are just the bigger topics of the year. Consolé, maybe I forgot about that. One additional one that is really going to be big this year is the companion part of things. Last year, I would say a bit like negative about companion. Not that I didn't want to do it, but it was just I didn't see the added value for this show. However, I do now, literally, because I can show you. I can literally click this button right here, and I will go to my demo desk. There you go. My demo desk is right there. And yes, you did see a stinger. And I'm going back now. Boom, right there. Now it's even better than that. Going back to the demo desk, I can actually use the same parts to go to the multi-view, which is totally awesome that that's possible. Going back to the program, going back to vMix. Boom, there you go. That is all done by Companion, and next week you'll know how I did it, because that will be my very first premiere that I will do next week. And to give you a little bit more of an information about what that looks like, I actually want to show you another thing that I've changed, and that is that I have now a new design of my thumbnails. And this is what it looks like. So as you can see, we have a very nice rounded circle, and also the possibility to have a nice picture of the product or that kind of stuff in the video. Now, I do have different colors. So let's start with this one right here. So this is the color for a live show. This is a little bit purple-ish. And if you see this is a live show. Of course, it also states live above, but you catch that understanding. Then next week it will look like this. The bluish color is actually providing you a how-to video. It's literally explaining to you how things are done. It's literally going very much in depth in the possibilities. And if I have a review, it will look like this. So I am actually utilizing the colors to give you an indication on what it looks like. And this one right here is going to be the next video that you will see in a short while. So that is really cool. I'm really looking forward to that. I hope that you actually like this. This is a little bit of a, how do you say that? A bit of a, where's my mouse? Where's my, uh-oh. I shoved my, where's, there it is. I shoved my browser outside of the window, so it was gone. There you go, it's back. Let me fix that quickly. There you go. Now I can do whatever I wanted again. So yeah. So that is what I had in store for you. So also a new look and feel, and you also saw a little bit during the show that I also had that circle thing going on as well, which is really cool. Anyway, let's see what I have here. So Ryan is in the house. Welcome, Ryan, all the way from Australia. Cool. What's the time there? It must be early for you. It's quite early. I know that. Wow. Thank you for being here. MT says the TikTok documentation is awesome. Well done. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. And yeah, the TikTok will help me to at least give you the content that you like and at least be on par, and also doing it every single week so that it's also something that you understand and it's repetitive, right? What is also great is that it's a premiere. I will actually add it as a premiere, so I will try to be there as well so that I can communicate with you all, as well. Now, that also means that if there are some questions during the premiere, that we can also create a live show with a Q&A to talk about it. So that's the beauty of it as well. MT says, we get one constellation at work very soon. I am so jealous. I'm so jealous. Ben says, sorry, couldn't make it at the start of the show, but we'll watch it back on demand later. That is awesome that you do that. And if you have any questions, then let me know. Hey, Paul, what's going on, man? I really appreciate you for being in the house. Terry says, is that companion bit focus? Yes. Yes, next week you will get a video on that topic, indeed. MT says, meanwhile, I switched companion from a PC notebook to a Raspberry Pi. It can handle 3 Stream Deck XLs with a powered USB hub. Even more. Yeah, the thing with Raspberry Pis, MT, is that I have been hearing some things about having a SD card that is not working very often. And I know that Aaron had it like last week or so, like within like a very short while, and I just don't want to get that problem. So I'm not going to do that on the Raspberry Pi, even though, come to think of it, I will also talk about Raspberry Pis this year as well. So there's a lot coming. There's so much topics that I can talk about. So I'm not worried about filling it up this year. Absolutely not. Farai says, I'm looking forward to the videos of next week. Cool. Yep. Thanks. 5:30 a.m. Way too early on a Sunday. It's even on a Sunday for you, Ryan? Correct. Great Scott. That was what they would say at in Back to the Future, right? Oh! Back to the Future. For the people that like Lego, there will be a DeLorean, a Back to the Future DeLorean Lego set this year. Don't tell. Quick Text has a great topic lineup. Thank you so much. Real appreciate it. That's awesome. All right. So yeah, what we did today was that we did a quick check of the check-in, and we talked about what we did during the Christmas. There will be a second cat. His name is going to be Scooter. I'm looking forward to it. Next to that, we did a lot of cleaning the house, etc. And as you can see, I'm starting to have a bit of a different layout for the thumbnail, and also you will gradually see it popping into the setup, the videos itself. Now, of course, I just came to notice that I wanted to do it this way, so it will take some time for me to get into the groove, but it definitely will be there very soon, and I cannot wait to show you what's going on next week. MT says, I use a special case who fits an empty SSD, so I can run it from an SSD. An M2 SSD. That makes sense. We need to talk, MT. That's interesting. That I will do. That I would like to do. Terry says, awesome, because I'm having trouble loading it on my iMac. The message is companion cannot be opened because its developer cannot be verified. Please help. we will definitely kind of have a look at it at a later stage, Terry. I am also in the learning curve as well, but I will definitely check it out as soon as I get to that place. It is definitely cool that I can actually just literally change the ATEM from the same Stream Deck on the same page as vMix. And I have also, and that's also what's going to be in the video, I also have those two buttons with the stinger, like this one right here. So boom, this one, it's actually doing 4 different things on the ATEM and on vMix. And now it's doing 3 things, going away from the ATEM, coming back to me, which is awesome. Can you imagine what you can do if you have like a video hub or a audio mixer that does that, all of it? Well, that's exactly what we're going to do this year. I will be purchasing a video hub, I'm sure of that, and I will be integrating an audio mixer as well. So this is going to be excellent. All right. Let me see if I have some comments still. Ryan is helping out to Terry. If you right-click on it and select open, then it will give you an option to open it. There you go. Just place it in an application folder, says Raoul, and then authorize to open. Well, there you go, Terry. I think that you are already helped with that. Paul says, usually you just have to go to your security preferences and allow you open unverified apps. There you go, Paul. Thank you so very much for stepping in as well. Indeed, companion software works on Windows, Linux, and on the Mac. And with the new MacBook Pro 14-inch Max that I have, I am definitely going to go more and more towards the Apple ecosystem again. But vMix only works on Windows, so this computer definitely will remain Windows. But all of my other components will gradually go to another system so that it's more aimed towards Apple. Terry says, wow, awesome community. It works. Thank you so much. Well, that's what you get when you're part of the Producers Guild, Terry. So if you're part of the Producers Guild, then you will be able to be part of this and help each other out. That's exactly what I love about being live. And that's also why it hurts so much not to be live every single week anymore, but every other week. But this is maybe just a moment in time in order to, let's just say 1 step backwards to go 2 steps forward. And I'm pretty sure that I will go live before you know it. Raoul is stepping in again. He says, I don't recommend that to Paul. It must be case by case. I presume that Paul is actually mentioning that I know him. He's probably also thinking that as well. So I'm not worried about that. But thanks for a clarification, Raoul, for that. There you go. Great to work now. Oh, is it working already? Oh, I thought it was already working. But maybe, Terry, I don't know if you're at your system. Maybe you can try it out and see if it's working. If it's working, then it's even better than that. All right, let me go back to the setup that I had. Let me check if I have not forgotten anything. So let's try that. Oh, well, I did talk about the content. I did talk about the survey, the holidays, definitely. So yeah. So all in all, I think that we have a good start of the year, and I love this community. Again, thanks to you. Thank you so much. This is just a kickoff show, of course. Let me talk about what you can expect in January, because I, of course, did a preparation already. So next week, we will talk about how you can combine vMix and an ATEM into one single Stream Deck. Of course, you can do that also without the companion software. But what you cannot do is the combination of all of those steps in one single go. That's a bit of a problem. That is going to be a game changer for a lot of people. Now, this video is not going to be advanced. This is really a starting point, also for myself, a starting point. But I know I have so much ideas. I'm going to go crazy this coming year with Companion, and it's going to be really, really awesome. I'm going to tell you that up front. Then I will talk about ProPresenter. That will be on the 22nd of January. That will be a live show. This is where I will use ProPresenter to show you how you can change the graphics, make sure that you have a nice graphics that you can interact with your A10 Mini, so that you have animated graphics, but you also have alpha channel, but you also have the possibility to do a lot of different cool stuff. That is going to be on the 22nd of January. Now, there's still a lot more that I can talk about ProPresenter, because you can stream live from ProPresenter if you want. So you do not need any vMix or any other stuff as well. It is possible. Next to that, you can use it, like I will use it for my ATEM connections as a way to play out videos. Next to that, you can also, and this is really cool about ProPresenter, which is something that vMix cannot do, is that you can provide different graphics to a computer screen that is locally than on the stream itself, which is also very cool that you can do that. So that's the reason why ProPresenter is so cool, and I'm definitely going to talk about that. But not in January. In January, we're going to create a fictional program, maybe a little bit based on Tech Condo. I don't know. Maybe it's based on a Teams or Zoom call. We'll figure that out, but it's really going to be excellently cool. But I still need to create some kind of graphics for that. And then, last but not least, a additional premiere, and that is about the tools that I've used in 2021, and I will be using in 2022 also as the go-to tools. Now, a few of those tools will not be there yet. You might know that I'm already still waiting as of September for a cross converter, a frame rate converter. That is not in yet. It takes quite a long time, but that's fine with me. I will definitely also talk about that. So that will be the premiere of the 29th of January. And I can go on for February if you want as well. But of course, I don't want to set too much in stone, because things will change. For example, if Blackmagic comes out with a new ATEM switcher, of course we'll go in that route. I will talk about that as much as I can. If Teams goes into something totally different, which is really cool, I will do that. ProPresenter, you never know. So it will be all over the place. But I do have a backlog which is good enough. Terry says, yes, it's working. So that's where this is where the community steps in. Question. Oh, hold your horses. We have a question. Do you have only a Declan card in your Sonnet? The answer to that part of that question is yes. Yesterday, I found out there is a 4-port HDMI card by Elgato that will add 4 HDMI ends. I have figured that out as well, and I was also considering that one as well. But MT, one side note there. I have a big feeling, a really huge feeling, that it will not support alpha channel. I'm not sure, but this is a hunch that I have, and the hunch might be totally off, but I have a feeling that it does not allow for alpha channel, which means that the whole idea of having the Sonnet for ProPresenter, for example, will not be there for me. And that is holding me a little bit back. Of course, I would love to have the HDMI, because it will definitely make my life easier. However, there's one more thing. It's HDMI in, not HDMI out. And my Thunderbolt enclosure is actually also, well, with the Declan card, you can choose if you want to have an SDI in or an SDI out, which is absolutely fantastic. It's like a Swiss Army knife. That's exactly what you want. You want to be able to also output data. And that is, I believe, not possible with that HDMI card by Elgato. All right. Sorry for that. Any other questions, remarks? If not, then I would love to thank you again for being here on Saturday. So next live stream will be in 2 weeks from now, but I will be here at 7 p.m. next Saturday with which Elgato card is that? Let me show you. So next week I will have a premiere, and I will show you that card. Is it this one? I think it's this one. Is it this one or not? I did see it. Where is it? Ah, it's here. That's it, I think. The Camlink Pro. That's it. There you go. Yep, found it. So this is the card that we're talking about. The Camlink Pro multi-camera production. So it has a powerful video mixer engineered multicam, captures 4 HDMI signals. So that's capture HDMI signals, not outputting it. So that's not in there, and that is a bit of a problem. However, capturing 4 HDMI is of course very interesting. I have to admit that. And it's also very nice for vMix or that kind of stuff. So it's still a very nice system, but I am not 100% sure. Yeah, it's for input, not output. There you go. So that is not what I would like to see. I would love to see the possibility also to output it. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one. All right. Oh, there you go. All right. If there are no other questions, then I would love to, thank you very much for your time and effort for being here. Please do not forget that next week there will be a premiere at 7 p.m. and I will be there as well. So if there are any questions or remarks or something, we can hang out a little bit. Not really like this, but yeah. We'll figure something out. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. And again, see you next week. Bye.